Cohen.
Hi.
So this is the last day of winter break. Tomorrow we're back on regular schedule. And we've learned in our Tanakh class from the book of Yeshayahu something very interesting. There's a pasuk there that we say all the time. And that is Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech Kol Haaretz Kevodo. We say this so many times throughout our day. And as we were learning this pasuk in the 6th chapter of Yeshayahu, our students asked a great question. They say, why 3 times? So a little bit of a context of the nevuah, right? Yeshayahu is seeing, according to the Rashi, this is his first nevuah. It's his inaugural nevuah, the first time God is speaking to Yeshayahu. And Yeshayahu, obviously, metaphorically, is standing in Shamayim, and he sees the Kiseh of Hashem, God in judgment, and he sees all the angels and the malachim that are praising God. And this is a pasuk in which the angels are calling out to one another. They're calling one another and praising Hashem, and they're calling God Kadosh, which basically means, right, separate, not regular, rather different. God is unique. God is elevated. God is sanctified. So the question why 3 times is a fantastic question. And really the answer, when we say it in Shacharit before Shema, you don't really get an answer. When you say it in Kedusha, right, in Hazarah for the Amidah, you don't get an answer. But the 3rd time every day we say it, after Ashrei, we have something very unique. There's an Aramaic translation of each of the phrases, right? Mm-hmm. And over there, it's the Targum Yonatan on the Nevi'im, and over there it explains what each Kadosh means. And over there it says Kadosh. One of them is referring to how Borei Olam, even in Shamayim amongst the angels, God is not like the angels. He's elevated above the angels, right? And then even on earth, of course, God is elevated, is sanctified, is Kadosh on earth. And then God is sanctified and Kadosh throughout all time, meaning time does not pertain to God like it does us. We are all bound by time, but God created time. Time is like
above time.
He's above time. It's like a toy for God that, you know, doesn't really affect him in any way, shape, or form. So those are the Kadoshes that we are referring to in our tefillah that comes from the book of Yeshayahu. And I think that the message for us when we try to emulate God and try to be Kadosh, I think also that's what we're saying to ourselves, is that regardless of where you are or when you are in your life, you should make sure that you have Kedusha in your life. And if that's on vacation that we're at the end of, right, we try to instill Kedusha in our time, and also throughout the year in school or wherever it is that you are, to make sure that you have that Torah and Kedusha embedded in your life as much as possible.
Right. To remember, no matter where we are, we can be separate. And
yes.
That's reflected in the 3 Kadoshes.
Yes.
In different realms. And
I think it was so beautiful what I just walked by and saw. One of your students was sitting and learning with you, and I was like, what are you studying? Your math midterm ended already. She said, no, Ms. Cohen is helping me with halakha. And I thought that was just so special, how we bring Kedusha into everything that we do. And there shouldn't be a difference. Yes, your math teacher, theoretically, right? It should be normal that your math teacher should be able to help you go through a halakha. And I love how you bring Kedusha even into your inside and outside of your math classroom with your students. I think that's so special.
Yeah. Your Judaism isn't a separate part of you. It's always part of you, and you always have to remember to bring Kedusha through everything you do.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of the initiative. Teachers Behebruta, drinking coffee, that even when you're drinking coffee and you're on vacation and you're on the road and you're just having a conversation with your pal, your friend, you should infuse some Torah and Kedusha into that conversation.